Peace and blessings. I am Reverend Nam Shakti and welcome to my channel. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe for more videos about spirituality and meditation and connection to remembering who you truly are. In this video, I wanted to talk about how do we get from becoming a psychic to a mystic. So we all have this beautiful gifts that God provided for us. We all have them. God provided its gifts to us because God made us in his likeness. And because God made us in his likeness, which means that we carry the divine presence of God in every single part of our being. And because we carry this divineness, that means that we are here in this lifetime to remember who we are. So there's no such thing as awakening, because we're not awakening, we are remembering. We are remember our true identity as beings of light, as beings of source. So as we remember who we are, as we collect the consciousness of the divine, as a whole, as who we are, we truly get to experience our divine gifts. We all have them. But there's this point where we call them psychic gifts. We call them seeing or clairvoyance or whatever they could be. We see beyond, we hear beyond, we feel beyond. We all have these gifts. Every single gift, we have them. And the more that we meditate, the more that we become mystical beings. The more that psychic word becomes not psychic, because we are not psychics. Psychics really focus on this plane, on the 3D plane, and focus on the cause and effect. And that is the difference. I love how Ernest Holmes explains it in the Science of Mind book, where he speaks about the psychic being an individual that focuses here on the cause and effect, where you go to get your cards read by a psychic, and the psychic's going to tell you, like karma or problems or all this. And you get your cards tarot read for a mystical person and solutions, and you see beyond this physical 3D world. So how do we get there? We get there by practicing our practice, by remembering, by connecting to that quantum field. If you didn't watch my previous video about the connection between the quantum field and this field that we have around us all the time, that is our field. The birds have their field, everything has a field. So this divine field that is there for us to connect ourselves around with is a way that we can connect to it by actually closing our eyes and just allowing it to pour itself onto us. So before we do sessions, before we meditate, setting that intention of connecting to that field is very important, because we want to get away from being in a psychic or naming ourselves psychic or saying I'm a psychic, I'm this, I'm that. And there's nothing wrong with being a psychic. But there's something much more beautiful when we can become mystics. The mystics talk about the divine presence of God. The mystics see oneness all around. The mystic is connected to love, connected to that divine lovingness, connection between everything. And that's what we want to connect to. We want to connect to the field of oneness, because we are here to remember that oneness. We're here to remember that we are the incarnation of the divine, that we are here to really bring the light and be the light and be the love and be that powerful presence of the divine in all that we do and all that we are. That's why we're here. So becoming a mystical person, which you're already a mystical person, that is one of your archetypes. That's who you are. You are a mystic. That is your identity, the oneness of God. Then you're able to see the oneness everywhere. You'll see the oneness in the trees and the flowers. You see the oneness with your brothers, your sisters. You see the oneness with your neighbors. You see the oneness with your pets. And you get to really establish a deeper connection with God. And not just that, you see beyond the eyes, you hear beyond the ears. beyond circumstances, beyond cause and effect, because it becomes a way that we live our life. Becoming a mystic is something beautiful. It's something that's already within us, within our heart. So when we become aligned to this divine power that resides in every single part of who we are, then we get to be in that place of love, of consciousness, which is who we are. So I invite you not to seek to be a psychic, not to seek to get gifts, not to seek to awaken things, but to remember the mystic within you. Because when you can remember the mystic within you, that's when the true love that resides in your heart gets to open, and you become this living, true living essence, and you get to truly live from a place of love. And all religions become one. All sacred texts become one. And you get to understand at a higher, deeper level. So becoming a mystic is something beautiful. And there's nothing wrong with being a psychic, but being a mystic is our true identity. So I hope this video of explanation of what it was is something that you can look forward to becoming and remembering who you are. I love you. I appreciate you. Blessings.